Hey folks, Daniel Balch here, and I've got another review for you today. One that spun up some controversy around it. Let's take a look at another Metroid 2 remake. With the announcement and release of Metroid Prime Federation Force this August, Nintendo has once again managed to shine light on what some see as an almost purposeful neglect of one of its flagship franchises. It has been nearly 6 years since the critically panned Metroid Other M was released, and nearly 12 since Metroid Zero Mission. While one can only speculate as to why Nintendo seems to cover its ears to their fans' wishes, a small group of programmers working in relative obscurity for years have finally released their remake of Metroid 2: Return of Samus. While the developers had only a short period of time to distribute it before Nintendo sent out a takedown notice, it has now been released out into the wild and free lands of the internet. So how does it stack up? Well, true to form, another Metroid 2 remake takes its story and world layout from the original title. Players take on the role of space bounty hunter Samus Aran and are tasked with exterminating the remaining Metroids on planet SR-388. This is accomplished by the usual shooting, platforming, exploring, morph balling, wall jumping of the original. However, the movement is much smoother in this version and more closely resembles Zero Mission's controls, which are both more fluid and precise. In addition, a plethora of different configuration options are available for use, allowing the player to set the controls just how they want them. Gameplay isn't the only thing borrowed from other Metroid titles. The creators of this remake have done away with the monochrome sprite work of the original Game Boy title and replaced it with a mixture of borrowed assets from newer games, as well as adding original parts of their own. While some areas do tend to look a little bland, it gets the job done, and some of the later evolutions of Metroids are real nasty looking. Overall, what is presented manages to convey the lonely, isolated atmosphere that the series is known for. Of course, one can't set the proper tone without the right music, and while the haunting alien tunes from the original are absent, there was clearly a serious attempt by the composer to imitate them, and usually does a good enough job at setting the mood. The same can be said for the sound design, which is adequate, with a few notable exceptions. By the end of the game, I couldn't help but find myself dreading the short introductory motif that plays before a battle with the Metroid begins. Another Metroid 2 remake was made by a small team of fans who wanted to create something that they really cared about and give it the respect they thought it deserved. I suspect that anyone who is willing to give it a try will be able to see the amount of passion and hard work this team put into this lovingly crafted recreation. We at HUD give another Metroid 2 remake 4.5 stars. Thanks for watching, everyone. For more content like this, tune into our channel, like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Daniel Balch, and this is Heads Up Display.